Hello everyone, this is MadCat and I am here bringing you another tutorial video. So today we're gonna talk about mob cages and how to obtain them, where to find them, and all the also details about how they work and all of that. So stay tuned and we're gonna see all of that in a bit. Alright, so where can you find all of this? So usually there is dungeons underground where you can find zombie spawners, spider spawners, also skeleton, there we go, and cave spiders as well. Cave spiders, you can find them in mine shafts actually. That's the only place where you can find them, but yeah, you can find in a cave a dungeon that has usually cobblestone and mossy cobblestone, a cage and some chest with random loot in it. So the skeleton, spider and zombie, you can find them there. And in the nether you can find blaze spawners, and near strongholds where you can find the end portal, you find this little chap here, the silverfish. So also in creative you can obtain this thing giving yourself the mob cage using the give command. Give your name Minecraft mob spawner. So that's how you give yourself one of these, and once you place it, it's gonna be a pig by default, and you can change it to anything with spawn X. Also, another way to do it is replacing a block or setting a block with a mob cage using the set block command, the coordinates, and then the mob cache or mob spawner command, and that's how you get the regular one. Also with commands you can do the same thing, the same command with coordinates. You place 0, replace, and then the spawn data, which is the MBT data of this block, with the ID of the mob you want in here. So you do that and you can replace it that way or place it anywhere in your world. Now let's talk a little bit about ranges. The way the spawners are handled is by two ranges. One is the activation range, that is basically an area in which a player will get inside and activate the mob cache, so that it will spawn mobs. And the other area is the spawnable area, which is 8 by 8 by 3, and this is where the mobs are going to spawn, like all the valid places they can spawn. And in order to do that, they need some space, and also I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it in the next section. But look, this is 16 blocks for the activation area. If I get out of here and we look at that, there we go, it's not active anymore. And this is a radius as well. So it is basically a sphere in which this thing works. So it won't work if we have 16 blocks diagonally like this. It is inactive. So you basically need to consider that there is a sphere around for to activate this thing. Okay, now a little bit of this 8x8x3 area. It could be considered that it actually is a 9x9x3 and a half area, because this area is considered from the middle of the block and around it, so it will basically have this floating point where it could spawn a mob a little bit inside the next block outside of its area. So it is considered now that the area is actually 9x9x3. Also, mobs are a bit tall. So, well, in this case, zombies or skeletons are a bit tall, more than one block, and they could actually spawn on top of the mob cage if this thing here is air, and that's in every case. If it's underneath, if it's on the sides, if there is an air block, monsters will be able to spawn in odd places like that. Now, the way this thing works is, in the game code, the mob cage is gonna check around it in that same area. If there are mobs present, so there is a cap actually inside that area. There is a maximum of 6 mobs that can be inside that area. Once you have 6 mobs in there, you cannot have any more. The spawner will not spawn more mobs. So in order to make an effective farm, you need to get rid of that check basically and free this area as fast as possible. That way, usually mob farms are made underneath and with water waiting for the mobs so they won't get damaged at first, and then do something after taking them outside of that area. So one way of preparing it is placing the block on top and just put like 4 blocks underneath. Whoops. So 4 blocks of distance, and that way even though there is water, they will be as tall as this thing, which is 2.5. Monsters are usually 1.7 maybe, and jumping up and down, bowing with the water, they will reach up to this height and they won't be considered for this cap inside the 9x9x3 area. Okay, this is a design that I usually use for mob farms. Well, at least this part on the water. You just place water source blocks on the sides, and in the middle you make a gap of 2 blocks high in there. Place signs in the middle so water will stop running, and that's it. If I change the difficulty here to 3 or 2 or whatever, they will start spawning because the conditions are, in this case, light level below 7 or below, and basically space for it to spawn. So this thing meets all the conditions and they will spawn, and they will get moved away from the area that the game code is checking, and they will be moved somewhere where you can kill them or I don't know, farm them. In this case I have a lava blade here. This you can do early in the game if you need arrows, bows, and bones. You can place a lava source on one side and let it flow 3 more blocks, and you place a sign in there, and you need to consider that the water needs to be underneath the mobs, so they will be jumping up and down and taking damage. And the water also will not allow the items to get destroyed by lava. So that's a good thing. You put a hopper underneath to collect the items, and that's it. That's how you make a lava blade item farm in this case. There you see also 3 mobs spawning. The mob cage can spawn up to 4 mobs at the same time if you meet all the conditions, and basically if you do that, if you enclose this in a dark place, there's nothing that will interrupt this thing. You have the chance of having 4 mobs at the same time. It's random, so you cannot always have them have 4 at the same time at all times. Okay, so this is an XP farm. How to make an XP farm? You make basically the same thing. You apply the same concepts to your first building and move the mobs away from the area, and then you can make an item elevator like this. For example, you have water here, 1 sign, source, water source here, another sign, another source, etc., and so. And what this is going to do is basically make the mobs go up. So as you can see, this is working perfectly, and you make them go up, and the distance they need to fall in order to get 1 heart of HP is 22 blocks. Well, this is the 23rd, so 22 from here. And in this case, for some reason, they died. I'm gonna guess they received damage somehow. Yeah, these 2 didn't, so these 2 are fine. If you're having trouble with that kind of thing, you can always move this a bit up. It also depends on the difficulty the server's on. And well, once you have them here, if they are skeletons, you can also have dogs around wolves, or tame dogs, tame wolves. And they will attack them automatically, and you will receive XP as well. And if not, well, you can do it manually. They will be at 1 hit, so that's it. They are dead. You receive the XP, and the items are collected in this hopper. This is half slab, so the items get sucked from there, no problem. If you need a full block, you can always use soul sand. There we go, soul sand, and kill this guy. And why soul sand? Soul sand is not as tall as any other block. Well, you can see that it's like that, but if you step on it, there is a little bit of space you go down, so that little space is enough for items to be sucked by a hopper. So let's see, now that I moved this thing a little bit up, everyone is falling here and is alive. I'm not sure if they are going to be at 1 hit. Let's see. This one is. This one is. Oh, perfect. So this will make it fall to half, probably a heart, and this to 1 heart. And we're still collecting the items, so this should be good. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. I'm here with a ton of mobs being spawned around for you to enjoy, and this is a disaster. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.